Hey folks, how's it going? So recently I watched Black Panther Wakanda Forever with two other buddies of mine. Um, the cinema was pretty empty, but that's probably because we were watching in a pretty, I guess, boring area of town. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, Black Panther Wakanda Forever is kind of a mid movie, unfortunately. See, here's the thing: if you want to make a movie based around Black Panther, but you don't have the Black Panther, uh, that leaves a little room for greatness, I suppose. And I'm not even trying to dunk on the movie, because the movie itself, right, is not inherently bad compared to other MCU projects at the moment. Like, this is much better than stuff like She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, you know, and well, that's the only one I could think of right now. But it's definitely a passable movie. I don't think it's a must-watch. It's sort of in the same tier as, you know, Multiverse of Madness, where, you know, it's good. It's good for what it is, and it serves its purpose, but you don't have to go out your way to watch it. Is it overshadowed by Black Adam? I wouldn't say it is. So, like, this is just my critique of Black Panther from someone no one cares about and a video that no one asked for. So, you know, this is quite insignificant on the internet. Anyway, the acting in the movie is actually very good. I wasn't complaining about the acting when I watched the movie. I tend to talk to my friends when I watch the movies, and, you know, we tend to have small conversations and pretend we're cinema sins when we're watching movies. Anyway, I find myself mesmerized by the acting because you can feel the emotions coming from the actors. They put up a very good performance, and I don't really have any complaints there. The acting is superb. It's good acting, and there are moments where, you know, it does. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but I did find myself laughing because it reminded me so much of African cinema. But you know, that's not to say this movie feels like a really trash movie. Not what I'm going at, but it definitely it has its own individuality, it has its own identity, and I like it. You know, it's very funny. The soundtrack is alright. Like, they don't fade into the background. You can hear the soundtrack playing when they do come up, and they're not annoying. So the acting and the music is alright. They're fine. Well, acting is better than the music. Not to say the music's bad, but you know what I mean. The biggest gripe I have with the movie is the pacing and the script. You see, at the start of the movie and at the end of the movie, right, it's very emotional. It's very quiet, and it's these silent moments where they, you know, pay tribute to you know, Chadwick Boseman, where I think the movie is at its strongest. It's too bad that, you know, you only get them at the start and the end of the movie, and you don't get much of these timid moments throughout the film. When I mean the pacing is bad, I mean, like, it's so boring. Like, it's really, really boring. The climax does not feel paid off, like, at all. Not that it didn't. The thing is, the climax, right, made sense in the way where, you know, how the movie builds up to the climax. It makes sense it would end up in, you know, a CGI battle. You know, that's every single Marvel movie. All of them end in a CGI battle. But the thing is, the villain is just unforgettable. You know, he's based off Submariner, or Namor, or however you want to call him. He's supposed to be the king of Atlantis, but, you know, you have Aquaman doing that already in the DCEU, so they have to come with something original. And you know what? The character's backstory, I don't care for at all, but I could appreciate them trying to spice things up. The one thing I really dislike about Namor is the fact that he can fly. Never mind the fact that he is already very adept underwater and is very powerful and very durable, which makes sense because, you know, you're under the ocean. Uh, there's a lot of pressure down there, so naturally, when you're down there, you would probably develop some sort of superhuman endurance and all that, which is fine. You know, I don't mind people that can swim very well underwater, people that can fight very well on land and in the sea and under the sea. But the fact that he can fly as well just makes him OP as hell. Okay, like he's not Superman. Okay, he's not he's not Black Adam. He's not one of those guys where it's obvious where they're broken, but like it's just annoying, you know, to see him fly because it's so it it hurts to watch. You know, he's got those Percy Jackson like shoes on, even the wing shoes, wing ankles, whatever they are. It's really annoying. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that Namor can fly. I mean, either he can fly or he can swim very well. You can't have you can't have two of them. It just makes him broken. And he is. Like throughout the entire film, he's built up as this like unstoppable force. But of course, you know, Black Panther beats. Spoiler alert: Black Panther's sister it becomes the Black Panther. You know, I mean, if you're watching this, I assume you already watched the movie and just want to hear some random dude critique the movie. So like, the villain and the story is kind of bad, and the build up to it also doesn't make sense. I mean, if you really want, all in all, the movie is just disappointing. There are good moments, but they're few and far between. And you know, this movie isn't disrespectful to Chadwick Boseman whatsoever. I don't think this movie is really bad or like deserves to be in the trash. No, it's just boring. Okay, and there are worse things than being a boring movie, I guess. But yeah, look, do I recommend giving this movie a watch? Personally, no. But again, that's up to you. I watched it even though people told me not to watch it. So, you know, be that as it may. Anyway, that's about it.